Hello students, let us continue lesson number 6 and the topic was administrative system in the village. Now we will do how was the revenue system in the village. Land revenue was the chief source of income for the king and his kingdom. Each kingdom had its own way of deciding the amount of revenue to be collected. However, as per a general trend, the sixth part of the revenue generated from crops cultivation was collected as land revenue. It was a task of the feudal lord or landlord to collect taxes. The lords gave some part of the tax to the king for the administration of the state and kept the remaining amount with them to maintain the army. Apart from the land revenue, people also paid few other taxes. Moreover, taxes were also collected at ports and octroi centers. Now, the next topic is literature. During the Rajput age, there was a lot of religious writing as well as literature of various kinds. Scholars and education received great patronage from kings. Many literary works were composed in Sanskrit, Prakrit, Tamil, Kannada, Telugu, etc. The great Sanskrit poet Magh composed the epic Shishupal Vad. This epic describes the killing of Shishupal by Sri Krishna. Similarly, another poet, Srihars, wrote the epic Nishada Charitra, which is about the story of Nal and Damayanti. Even songs by Radha and other gopis sung in praise of Lord Krishna were presented in a lyrical manner. The biography and the achievements of the kings were also composed in a poetic manner. Hemchandra Acharya wrote Kumar Pal Charita, based on the life of Solanki king of Gujarat Kumar Pal, and a grammar book Siddhem Sabdhanusashan. As the title indicates, the name of King Siddharaj Jaisingh and Hemchandra Acharya are associated with this book. This book was considered so important that it was placed on an elephant during a procession in Patan. Not only poetry but plays were also written during that time. Bhavbhuti wrote Uttram Charita, while Pandit Narayanan composed Hitopadesh, a collection of stories based on the Panch Tantra. Children, one chart is given and poet author name is there and what work they did, it is mentioned in this chart. So please go through it. Then the next topic is architecture. Among the various construction during the Rajput age, temple construction is noteworthy. The Rajput kings were fond of constructing grand and artistic buildings. The architecture and sculptures of that time is evident from the temple, forts, palaces, lakes, etc. Among the temples, Khajuraho in Madhya Pradesh and the Puri temple of Lord Jagannath are famous for their architecture and sculpture. The Sun Temple of Konark was also built during that time. The Konark temple was constructed with great fancy and was shaped like a chariot driven by 7 horses. Among the other sun temples of India, the Martin Temple of Kashmir and the Modhera Temple, Sun Temple of Gujarat are famous. A prominent features of the Modhera Temple is that the first rays of the sun fall directly on the idol. Children, you can see on page number 31, picture number 6.3, the temple of Tanjore, and picture number 6.4, the temple of Khajuraho. The Ellora cave of the Deccan have caves representing three religions: Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. One among these is the Grand Kailas Temple. The Elephanta caves near Mumbai have a beautiful three-faced sculpture of Lord Shiva. The Meenakshi Temple of Madurai is famous all over India. The temple of South India are especially well known for their imposing gateways called Gopurams. After hearing about the fame of such grand temples, many foreign invaders came to loot them. The magnificent Somnath temple of Gujarat was attacked many times. Now student, I will explain you the further topic in my next video. Thank you.